Hey guys, Joseph Turam here. So we just ended the Shell World interlude at the moment session for Draconia, and I decided the party's gonna have a year of downtime to do stuff on the Shell World. Okrin had to leave, so that's why we kind of stopped the last session. However, I'm gonna start with Gesh here. Hey Gesh, how you doing?
Good. A little bit depressed about the title.
Yeah, so Gesh was complaining about being the weakest member of the party,
As
so I
a
gave him
joke.
a title called weak. You've said it multiple times, man, so it's not a joke. So I gave him the title weakest member of the party, so he has disadvantage on all attack roll, ability checks, and saving throws using strength.
Is there a way to get rid of it?
There will be if you become not the weakest member of the party.
All you gotta do is prove yourself.
Yeah.
Prove your might.
Anyways,
Well, be careful or I might double kill the Utis again. Just a joke.
anyways, so over the course of the year, Gesh, how would you like to start the first few months of the year, if you wouldn't mind?
What?
How would you like to start going about for the first few months of the year, as you guys would have made your way to, I would say, Aeroton? I'd say no, you're still in redemption points. In the first few months of the years are starting. You watch as Okrin and I believe Moria would leave towards Aeroton for a bit of time. What would you be doing, Gesh, as they left?
Well, Gesh would probably try to find every person who had their hands in Barry's Barry's plan
I
and
think
bring
Bar
them
and then E.
Barry's plan and will just hand them over to the authorities himself.
Okay. Make me just an investigation check with advantage, and I'll say a +5 because people hate those guys already. And you also would get information from those already in prison about who they think were already in on the plane.
Yeah. Another net 20 on intelligence. That's the
Did
fourth
you roll
time
with
this
advantage?
day. Yes. Bro, that's the fourth time today I got a net 20 on an intelligence check.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
You look through Barry's chamber, you ask the people, and you eventually do manage to catch most of the individuals. However, a few of the individuals did escape during the first month or two, making their way off towards a place known as the Great Iridescent City, which is much further east.
Yeah.
And you can't make it there within that year of time. And you know that your group has said that they wanted to meet up within a year to get whatever you need done. They want to meet up at Redemption Point once again within the end of the year. So, the first month you managed to capture a few people, and you become a champion to the people at Redemption Point. Gesh's name is regaled in the songs of bards and creatures that come through the town. You're recorded in the message books. A portrait is made of you. You're given nobilityhood and given a small piece of land outside of the main. Hold on, my teeth is killing me. The main town proper of what is it called? Redemption Point, the Noblehood House of Bari, which I believe you wanted to.
I will make that into an orphanage for any abused children whose abusers Gesh will put in jail.
As well as the kids on the street, correct?
Yeah, also the kids on the street.
So taking your time over the next, I'd say, 3 months in total, you managed to open up an orphanage, gather a few people who would be willing to help you, but you know that the orphanage is going to need a lot of help on hand because this point has a lot of kids here for some reason. And eventually, where would you seek out more help?
I would probably ask help from the church of the Redeemer.
Okay, make a
If
persuasion
only you
check.
knew that literal God.
I will say, Iotis, I will say for the first 3 months, did you leave Redemption Point with the other two or not?
I think I would have headed back towards the magic pool
Okay.
of where I originally touched down, and I would be trying to improve it.
Okay.
By constantly casting.
Well, we'll go over that. But we'll say
Yeah, okay,
Gesh
okay.
made the climb up to the Redemption, the pool of restoration, and would have seeked your aid If you'd like to roleplay here as Gesh, you arrive and Eotis is speaking to the spirit that looks exactly like him. Gesh, speak with him.
Yeah. Hello, are you this?
It was crazy. Then she just suddenly like fletched me into the ice and almost cracked my skull open. Huh?
Uh,
Oh,
That was an accident. Again, I'm terribly
hey.
sorry for that.
Hey guys, yes, you can go back to the pool as I gesture the vestige to head back.
The vestige of your power looks at you, bows, and ends into the pool.
Could you help me with something?
Sure. What do you need?
I want to try to get some of the people from the church to help with the orphanage I've been building.
An orphanage?
Yeah, for all the abused children and the children of the streets, and of course the Kitsune girl.
Yes, I remember her. No,
Yes.
it would actually do me some good. I've been cooped up on this mountain for a couple months now. I wouldn't mind actually going back down for some fresh air, see how everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
I must say, I'm getting used to Oakridge's back. It is quite
Wonderful.
a wonderful world. Indeed. Well, let's go.
Yep, let's go.
You find your ways
As we
back
take off
down,
into the sunset.
and you eventually land towards the church and walk in as the head of the church, aided by Bartholomew, who is a second head to the church now. The main guy who you turned into an Ozimir, who was known as Cardinal. What title would you have given him out of this?
I would say Cardinal is actually pretty much perfect. If the leader of the church would be the Pope, the second in command would be.
So
the
you know
Cardinal.
his name was his name was originally Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm making a fucking joke here, and he asked you to give him a christening name because he fucking hates his name.
So like an actual like name?
Like a name as after his ascension. What kind of name would you give him that he would use?
He what race was he before?
Human.
Human.
Moros.
Nah,
You can't
Hugh.
just name him Boros. I'll name you Ponyvar the Eclectic.
Hold on. What the fuck was the name?
Okay, I don't want to say the Eclectic because it sounds more like a title.
Ponyvar.
Eclectic.
A Clussy?
Eclusi. No, the Eclectic, as in like, you know, the clergy. But
So,
Eclus-
Pornivar?
no.
What? How is it pronounced?
Now I forgot.
Is it like this?
Ponyvar. Yeah, fine. That's good.
Okay.
Ponyvar Eclectic.
Excuse me.
Clustic, the now head of the Church of the Redeemer within Redemption Point. This Ozimir was the one who asked the questions and proved his loyalty to his deific church, well, his deific being, during the fall of Bari.
Oh God.
He was originally human. His golden hair turned orange on his ascension, and his name changed. Anyways, so Ponavar would look to you. Ah, my lord, and he bows to you. What is it? Why do you seek us so today?
I've come to enlist your aid. And an orphanage? One of those guys.
Yes,
Ah,
I...
Hero Gesh, of course. I apologize. I did receive your letters, but I've been having problems getting funding from the people around. Is this
Not a crisis of faith, I hope.
It is not a crisis of somewhat after Bari's fall, but we've been garnering faith with the people. It's just tidings have been a little cheap. Is this an order? Is this a celestial order, a divine order from you, Lord Eodis?
I will not order you to forego all of your money. All I wish is for your aid, specifically your authority, in assisting my friend here and his orphanage and the further education of the children of this world.
I could send one
After
or two
all,
of
they are
our.
the-
I could send Bartholomew.
That would be excellent.
Bartholomew. Yes. He's gotten a little bit older, not much. How may I help you, Eodis?
I'm going to send you to the church. It will be up to you to gather the necessary funds to help Hero Gesh.
Of course.
If it is necessary, I will request you go on a pilgrimage to better yourself and gain more followers for the world.
I can
for,
send
for
a
me.
letter over to the iridescent city if you want, my lord.
That would be excellent.
All right. I'll go ahead and do that, and if they do not respond, I will go there myself. You wouldn't mind, Cardinal, if that happens, that you would take over for a bit at the orphanage, would you? I've got it, don't worry. Anyways, I thank you for your judgment here, Redeemer. How goes the restoration of the mountain?
It takes time, these things.
Of course.
I will not completely lie to you. I'm not as strong as my friend Okran.
As you say his name,
Uh,
the world shakes. I believe we should stop saying his name so prevalently.
I am not as strong as my friend, the creationist. He is mightier than I, and he melds the very earth we stand on. I am more of a people person, after all.
Well,
But, despite that, it goes well.
I will send a few more mages that way on the pilgrimage to aid you if necessary. I have duties to attend to. I apologize, my lord. And he begins to walk away, as you are left with Gesh.
Would that satisfy you, Gesh?
By the way, Gesh, you're named the hero, but you're also named the herald, specifically.
Oh god.
Out of character,
my herald.
out of character, I will say Gesh has actually become like the lead of Redemption Point to an extent, besides for like the gods to an extent. So he's like the person in charge of Redemption Point's like actual shit. Because I'll say Gesh, what you did find was that the mayor or like the leader of Redemption Point was in on the whole thing. So you were given the title of Herald and put in charge of its growth to an extent, but you kind of taken a back position and got your own people there because you're not smart.
I wonder if setting my holy cleric to lead the children of this world is going to increase my follower amount. Because like all these children are going to grow up basically being told like, oh yes, the followers of redemption, they're great.
Yeah. Anyways, Gesh, continue your roleplay with him if you want to, or we can continue with your year.
Well, Iotis, would you like to visit the orphanage? Might
See no
be
reason
very...
not to.
Well then, let's go.
Lead the way.
The orphanage lies within the windswept plains of Ballista. You could see near a familiar ravine to you. No. It would be near an Eodian glass mine in the windswept plains. Near a small little lake exists a 3-storied house, a manor of sorts. It used to be quite prevalent, it would seem, but things have been sold off to keep the orphanage afloat in the last few months. You can see kids playing in the large fields, a few of the holy guards of the temple come over here ever so often to make sure it's okay. And you can see so many of the kids are enjoying their time here. As you can see, Bartholomew has come and he is taking the kids in. He's going, "Time for your lessons, boys and girls."
How sweet.
By the way, after Bartholomew took that hit, he's like he was a strong motherfucker, but he's still strong, but you can see that he's like has a little bit of limp and a hunchback to an extent now, and he now has to wear glasses, and it's only been like 3 months, so that hit really took him out of it.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Iotis,
What do you want,
I
kid?
might have another ask of you. You have a very big word in the church, so if we have to go in about 9 months, could you, right before we go, put the orphanage under your divine protection, please? It really means a lot to me.
I will see to it, don't worry.
Thank you.
After all, children are the future.
Yeah. And I am their protector.
Well, you can't be for them. You can't be there for them always. We'll need to train them to teach God themselves. And then they will lead holy pilgrimages in my honor, and they will conquer all of. Wait, what was I going on? Never mind.
That doesn't matter. We will teach them to be kind and forgiving to the people.
Yes, kind and forgiving. They definitely won't go on any future holy crusades.
Iotis,
Bro,
If you
you
make
have
this-
a 37 intelligence check to magically decipher
Yeah,
your
right?
fucking
It's
cipher?
Yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Iotis.
great. It's great, isn't it?
What?
Please don't make them go on holy crusades.
I put my hands up into my in defense. I'm not gonna make them do anything.
Iotis, I am serious.
Guess the more you roleplay, the less time you get for your ear.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
All right.
Jonas makes no promises. Anyways, eventually Jonas leaves. That's 3 months of your year down. Getting promise and getting things running in the orphanage, getting the orphanage running. You've given the control of the town to others, but you still hold the title of Herald and Protector of Redemption Point. Which does come with its benefits. Mind you, gold is not the coinage that exists here, though it is a similar currency. The coinage that exists within this world seems to be called Shelias, which are gold that is designed in a like nautilus kind of shell design, and it has different markings on it. There's gold, there's silver, there's bronze, and then there is copper. Copper is above bronze, however. There's also these small tablets that you can get from banks that exist here that act as like 100 of each coin, and they have these beautiful designs. Depending, you can't make them; the banks make them, but you can get them if you wanted to.
It's very interesting.
For the purposes of it, I will be calling it gold, but it'll be Shelia or Shelias. So if you want to write that down, Lore Master, it's Shellys.
SHEL.
Shelias.
And that's the
That's the currency. That's the currency. That's what the currency is. It is small
The
nautilus-like
currency.
shells. Yeah.
on Oakland's back is Shellyra.
Shelias. Shelias.
Shelias.
Shelyas.
Yeah. Is it possible? That's just regular ass. I'm gonna
What?
cut it down. I can also put this in lore if you want
Yeah,
instead of my personal notes.
Put it in lore, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, Gesh, the rest of the months. You have 9 months left.
Oh, I can't type there.
That's fine. I don't mind. Just put it in your. Put it in the notes or our DMs.
Okay, what Gish would probably go to also nearby towns
Mm-hmm.
to rescue the children of those towns to also add them to the orphanage.
A strange dragonborn person coming into another town saying, "Give me your children," isn't a good
No,
look.
no, no, no. He will first deal with all the child abusers in said town.
So you assault random people. Okay, got
No,
it.
no, I wouldn't assault them. I would go
Gesh,
to the
make an
authorities.
investigation check.
I just wanted to say something.
Make an investigation check. I know what you're doing.
I first wanted to say something.
Go
Please.
ahead. Go ahead, Gesh. I know what
So
you're gonna
first-
fucking say, but go ahead.
What?
You're gonna say,
What
"I'm gonna
was I
go
gonna-
to the authorities and ask, are there any child abusers? Oh, I'm the herald of this other town." That's what you're gonna fucking say. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
8.
8. They don't trust you. And I'll say after investigating, it's hard to find any clues on any of the other towns. You do know that there are people in these towns because of the notes of Bari, but people don't seem to trust you as much. You haven't seen many Dragonborns in these parts, which makes you believe that you are not a sight that they've seen very often, and it causes them very high mistrust of you if they haven't been to Redemption Point.
No.
And there has been news of you, but there's still a little bit less trust. So eventually, after about a month's worth of time of traveling between the towns, you only managed to help catch. You only managed to catch one serial killer instead. Not a child abuser, but a serial killer by the name of Rack the Jipper.
I fucking knew
Rack
it.
the Jipper.
I fucking knew you were gonna pull it, but hey, it's something.
Yeah, and I'll say you start to gain the trust of the other towns because of that, but they still do not. They start to look into the information you have. So I'll say that's 4 months. I'll say teetering on 5, so you have about 7 months left. If you want to just keep working on the orphanage, you can if you wanted to.
Honestly, that's all Gish would do for now.
You begin
Work
to
on the
build up the
orphanage.
town, earn the trust of other towns. Is there anything else specific you want to do over the 12 months or no?
Probably trying to get a bit more, trying to learn how to read again. That would be a major goal.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage because you're doing this over the course of a year.
12.
12. What's your intelligence?
5.
Yeah, he actually rolled decently. He just has a -3.
Increase it to 8 in total. You learn to read, and you learn to read at a high schooler level.
My intelligence
I'll
just.
say you also bathed in the restoration place, so your mental retardation kind of went away a little bit too.
Bro, I just got smarter than before.
Hmm.
By 1 point. Yay.
That's why, because you bathed in the pool, the lake, and then you were reading while you're in the lake. Most of it was picture books at first, but you started to get into the big words.
First it was like comics and
When you
shit.
came over, you had ooh, what's this thing? What was the word for this again? And Yoda says whore, prostitute. Okay, that is lingerie, and you were learning words as Yoda was you were bathing in his spring.
It would be so in character.
My vest has just been stuck in his dick.
What?
No, it would just be laughing at you.
It bites down. Guess you're no longer a man.
It removes a cock inch size from Gesh.
But don't.
Anyways, so as you manage to get yourself acquainted with intelligence, with the people of the surrounding city, you make your way to Redemption Point once more to meet up with the rest of the group. We'll get back to that next session whenever we come back to it. Anyways, that's all for you, Gesh? Nothing else specific?
No.
You don't want to find a wife or anything? Okay.
Finding a wife here is a bad
Don't
idea.
find a wife here.
That's a
Gesh.
bad idea because as soon as I
Terrible
left, if Gish
Okay, when
would
did you
kind
come
of
back?
They came back while you were doing
A
shit. They
couple
just didn't
minutes
say
ago.
anything because they didn't want to interrupt.
because the thing is, if
Yeah,
Gish would
well,
find a
yeah.
wife, Gish would probably stay on the back.
That's fine.
So I rather not for now.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's why I went back up to the peak. It's because I'm pretty sure the 28 charisma, people wouldn't be able to try to resist throwing themselves at me, and then I'd be like, oh, well, now I don't have a choice. Now I gotta stay on the back.
anyways. Eotis, since you're near redemption point as well, what are you doing for the first 3 months of the year?
As I said before during Gesh's thing, is I'm constantly casting Restoration and Greater Restoration on the pool,
Okay.
trying to make it as holy as possible, as pure as possible.
Roll me a D100 plus your charisma modifier times 2. So that would be you have a +6, right? So that's 12.
I have a plus
Plus
9.
7.
Okay, so plus 18.
Jesus.
Damn.
That's a nat 100 for a 118. That's a nat 100 for a 118.
The mountain seems to run with golden rivers. And by the end of the 3rd month, well, I'll say by the end of the year, because this will be like a common thing you're doing during the entire year. You'll just come back here every so often and do it. By the end of the year, the rivers, and the lakes, and the mountains, the many different, a piece of the sea that seems to run north of the mountains themselves, all the water turns gold permanently. The gilded mountain of Eotis, the Eodian mountain, the marble steps of redemption have turned gilded. White and gold now show redemption amongst the land after its corruption has been cleansed by your tirade through the redemption point. The people praise be to the god of redemption, Eotis, and restoration. Go ahead and put your restoration deity up to 2.
Oh my god, already?
Oh.
You now,
Alright.
now while on his shell, you can cast greater restoration and lesser restoration at will, no matter what, even if it's on your friends or yourself.
Okay.
Additionally, any creature that is affected by greater restoration or lesser restoration regains 1 HP at the start of their turn. Lesser restoration lasts for an amount of turns equal to your lasts for 4 turns because it's half your charisma modifier, while greater restoration lasts for your charisma modifier turns.
Any creature affected by restoration gains HP. 1 HP?
1 HP at the beginning of each of their turns for an amount of turns equal to half your charisma modifier for lesser, and then your full charisma modifier for greater.
Any of their turns equal to half for lesser restoration, and then full for greater. Okay.
Half the amount of turns. Anyways, as the Gilded Mountain calls and beckons forth many to redemption points, to redeem themselves and restore themselves to their previous selves. What do you do for the next remaining 9 months? You have Gesh, of course.
I do have Gesh. What can I do with Gesh? Gesh, what are you good at?
You could suck his dick. What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, I got my message on that duty.
You could be like those guys that run across like continents, except you're doing your wheel ability.
Yeah, just sucking my dick going Mach 5 through Ogre's back.
Is that a thing General
Oh, God.
Grievous rides?
Yes.
Oh,
It's gonna become
I'm gonna try to spread my faith to other.
I thought you were about to say spread my seed. I was like, uh-oh.
Ooh, I must impregnate as many women as I can find. No. I still have Neelia for that. Can I summon Neelia here? Like, request her presence on Okrin's back? And try to summon her through my holy,
Your holy spring?
My holy spring, thank you.
As you're standing there, you're like, let's see. You cut your hand a bit and let your blood drip into it. As it does, the mountain rumbles for a second. And you see the gilded waters turn bluish for a second, as rising from the waters is Neelia. Yes, because you two are technically connected.
Oh.
Hello, my love.
My dear, a wonderful place this is.
Thank you. You might have noticed, but it's on a different plane,
Yes.
and here I am revered as a god. I
Well,
would like to share that with you.
good job.
blah, blah, blah.
Now she claps her hands.
And
she
and
looks
now
to you-
here,
and she looks to
as
you-
my vestige.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As my no, I really want no, never mind.
No,
My
go.
message
Say what
probably-
you're gonna say.
As my vestige comes by, and here is where I don't want to say it. I really don't.
Say it.
I started saying it, realized how bad of an idea it was, and then stopped saying it.
Say it.
Say it.
And now here we can tag team you.
Make a You don't even need to make a persuasion check. She immediately drops your pants.
Her watery
Make a
pants.
persuasion check to see if she will fuck you specifically or ride you again.
All right.
You need a 30. You need a 20 to make her. Well, 20 is the DC you need to beat instead of just 69ing.
Oh,
Inspiration.
Okay.
damn!
Really,
that
on
was.
Are you kidding me?
Anybody else have a DM's inspiration?
I have one
I
for
killed them all!
Basilius.
No, they're all gone.
Unfortunately.
Wait, hold on. Yotis, you have a Tidal Wav. Tidal Wave. There was a
Not on the same
Tidal
plane.
Wave here on this plane. I'm just saying, until he
There-
changed his name.
I will say,
Would you
over
allow
the
that?
course, I will say this. If you want to spend 3 months trying to woo her instead of just summoning her and fucking,
that
I will give you another.
Yes.
I will give you another 2 rolls, so advantage.
another 2 rolls, so one
so
with
it's
advantage.
1 with advantage. Yes.
Got it.
Good.
29.
So
Not a 30, but
over the
still
next 3 months,
better
you can have some lesser stuff, and we'll talk about that. But over the next 3 months, you begin to show her around the world, your mountain of restoration, and eventually, as one day you're waiting, she comes up and just hugs you from behind on the neck, and you see Gesh is in the waters talking with your other individual, and she goes, "Yotis, remember, I
No.
can get pregnant. I think it's time we shared our bodies and melded one another, but not with the guests present." And she looks at the other two, your other self and Gesh.
I understand.
You don't hear that, Gesh. You don't hear that, Gesh.
Can I? Am I mentally connected with this vestige? Can I like command him?
Yes, you can command him.
I immediately command him, get Gesh out of here now.
You watch this golden Eotis looks to you, Gesh, and goes, "We need to leave."
I look over to these two and say,
She's
Ah.
giving normal Eotis a handy right now.
I understand. I do not want to be here for this.
Okay.
The vestige says, "What I do."
You begin to you begin to run away, and the vestige looks to you, Eotis, gives you a nod, and vanishes. Well then,
What a homie.
let's get started. And she immediately strips you. Anyways, I would like you to roll me a performance check, please, with advantage.
Come on, Yotis. You're good at charisma.
Come on, man.
26.
She definitely takes the top here. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I?
If it's in his waters, does he get advantage?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
You're
You're
fucking. You're
welcome.
fucking in the lake. Okay.
Hell yeah. She's a water nymph. I'm
Oh
into that.
God.
Water
24.
play, baby.
Though she is commanding you, you could see that she is not lasting long, and she's going many times at the moment. And you eventually commandeer and take the lead, as you can't really breathe underwater, so you're like, but she seems to place her hand on you and cast underwater breathing, and eventually you do
She can
meld with this woman you've been chasing for a long time, the one you've given your oath to. And you sense a deep sadness in her heart disappear and a new warmth form as your warmth begins to spread. Make inside or out.
Oh, absolutely inside. By the way, for the week we're doing this, I'm just casting Greater Restoration on
You're
her.
doing it for a week?
Yep.
Okay.
She has edged me for 3 months straight, and I have yet to. This is going.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me 1d6.
6
Oh
children.
fuck.
1.
Okay.
Damn.
Uh,
It's
was
gonna
even
gain
hoping for
all
six,
the
I'm not
power.
lying.
yeah, you eventually come out drained and looking like that fucking alien on the fucking bed. But you eventually sit down, and she comes over and just starts to tickle your balls, and she goes, "Well, seems like we'll have a child then soon." And she looks down to her belly, and you can see this small circle of golden and white and then this emerald and blue water that seems to just be turning into a sphere. Well then, looks like you did well, dear.
I cannot wait
Oh, but you
to
can.
meet them.
Anyways, go to sleep.
Oh,
Humans aren't meant to be
I,
awake for a week. You fucking pass out.
I'm not a human. As I fall asleep.
By the way, as you're sleeping, she's gonna ride you even more. Anyway, eventually, as you awaken, after this would be the 6th month. So during those 3 months, was there anything as she was edging you? Is there anything else you want to do?
While I'm on the mountain, I would be specifically like going down to a Restoration Peak. Restoration Peak. Fucking hell is the name of the town?
Restoration Point.
Restoration Point. Okay.
Sorry,
thank you.
Redeemer's Point.
Redeemer's Point. Okay. And I would be trying to write this down.
Restoration Peak is the area of the lake.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Lake. All right. So I would be trying to essentially just grow my authority. Like, how many people believe in me? Their faith.
Roll
I
a
would-
charisma check. How are you trying to do it? I'll say. Are you trying to intimidate people? Are you trying to persuade people?
No. I'm trying to persuade people by acts of good deeds. Like, I would be
Miracles?
traveling. Exactly. Traveling through the town. If I see someone especially good, I would cast Divine Favor. I would Shield of Faith the weak.
Okay.
And I'll wait until opening back to cast Share Wisdom on the girl.
So
it is back. Wait, I'm done.
you eventually make a persuasion check. I would say.
Persuasion. 17.
So the Redeemer faith and Redeemer's Point had always carried a bigger presence than the other faiths, but over the course of those 3 months in the year, it's become an even greater religion. Almost all of the people in Redeemer's Point worship it. Those that travel through stop at the shrine, and money is being paid forth towards it. It is looking nice. At this point, you see the other religions. Moria's religion has currently feigned off to an extent. There's very little. There's only one small shrine near Redeemer's Point, and that's all it is.
All right. And before like the main church, like the main cathedral, I want to make a magic circle, but a really large one. If you said this is over the 3 months, would you allow me to make like a really large magic circle
Around the
with
cathedral?
beams? Yes.
Like around its walls or inside the walls?
I would say around its walls. There's no point making it inside.
Well, Well, here's the thing, because that magic circle can be disrupted. So making it inside the walls would give it
You
more
are
protection. Yeah.
You're still right. Yeah, inside the walls.
Okay. Make me a spellcasting check.
I
And I'll
was
give you-
going to ask
Go
for
ahead.
help from Moria.
Moria would not be in town.
She would not be in town.
Well, actually, would she have come back after 6 months, Moria, or no?
My plan, based on what my plan is, a simulacrum of me would come to help you.
Okay. Yeah. You do see a secondary version of her. She explains it, but you're like, huh?
Huh?
You don't understand it, but
Well,
yeah.
Based on my plan.
It's like he's like, huh?
Exactly. Well, I don't get it entirely, but I think I get the gist. Either way, you will assist me, correct?
Yes, indeed. Now, what are you trying to do, dearie?
I'm trying to make sure those of specifically fiends and demonic in nature cannot come inside unless they truly believe in me. unless they're truly faithful.
They cannot come inside? Damn. How are they gonna make tieflings?
Damn. All right.
Fuck you, please.
All right. This is holy magic, so I assume. So it's going to
Yes,
be a little harder for me, but I will help you. Give me a bit of time to research. You are doing this over the course of a couple months, so I will expend all my available resource.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make an Arcana check with advantage here, Eotis.
And you'll have some guidance from me if that matters.
Dirty 20, and the guidance would have been a 23.
23. Okay. It takes the 3 months and it's almost completed. But you get the feel you've poured your divine magic into the circle. It just needs to be finished properly. And you can ask the others to do that. It'll be finished by the end of the year, most likely.
All right.
Yep.
And I'll command the cardinals to come together and finish the circle.
They're gonna come together in a circle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All
Call
these
the
squares
order.
make a circle. All these squares make a
Anyways,
circle.
so, at that point, it has now been 6 months for you. Next 6 months, what are happening for you, my friend?
So
major
I
and
am
minor.
I'm very enamored in this weapon, the Iodian glass silver shellback rapier.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna command anyone to be like, maybe I will. I'm gonna command my followers to. It's essentially a I would like to make it a massive ceremony, like a massive competition to see who can appease me best with a magical blade.
Are you trying to enchant the rapier or get a new blade?
Get a new one.
All right.
Or if they can enchant it to a level that appeases me enough, I would not say no to it. But essentially, it's just a competition to impress me.
All right. You eventually see Titus comes up and he begins to divinely smith some materials. But I'll say so. That's for 6 months, right?
Yeah. This would be a very large event.
Lots of quests have gone out for materials and whatnot to the different parts of the mountain, to the many different denizens of the world, and eventually, I will say at the end of the year for you, I will get to your weapon.
All right.
Anything else?
I would actually be interested in fucking Nielia again, or just not fucking her specifically. I don't know why it's worded it like that, but just spending more time with her.
All right. I will state that around the 9-month period, which is about half the time that she's pregnant at this point, she does recommend that you two get married in a ceremony. Well, dear, look, we're already going to have a child. I'd rather get married than just be fuck buddies.
Absolutely, I agree.
Well then, let's hold a ceremony. Question. Would you all come back for the ceremony?
Yes.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
This
Don't
is like
lie.
9 months.
Are you
This
just
is that
missing one?
9-month Moria, by the way. So you would be close to giving birth. So
Oh, I would. I thought it was like 1 to 2 years.
no, I messed up. So you can go 1 to 2 years if you wanted to.
Oh, well, I'll still come. I'm like my actual person, not a simulacrum this time.
All right. So during the ceremony, you do see Moria is pregnant, like big. Eventually, the ceremony finishes, and we'll do a little side session with the ceremony sometime.
All right.
Eventually, is there anything else you'd like to do during the last 3 months?
The last 3 months. I would say about a month and a half trip to just go explore.
Okay.
Like just out and around, and then I would make the month and a half travel back.
Okay. As you make the month and a half travel back, you eventually get back, and Nielia has already given birth to your children, unfortunately, while you were gone.
Oh.
And as you come back, you see a version of you, but made of water, with the orange flickering hair, with a bit of golden energy around them. A child. And that's the end of your year as you come back to Redemption Point, and you need to leave soon. Anyways.
I love just having kids and then just running away from them. It's becoming a real problem.
Moria, Okrin, you two leave towards Spear Town immediately. What are you doing for 3 months?
Open can go first.
Well, first of all, both of us are going to be selecting our new paladins and clerics.
Mhm. Create a paladin or cleric for me.
Yeah. All right. I'll work on that in a bit.
Yeah. Just put them in the NPCs whenever you finish on them.
Yeah, well. Let's see. And beyond that, I believe that if I am to be here for a while, I'll spend a few months with. Let's see what fun little life I can create. Let's play around a little.
Okay. You're gonna create life?
I can try.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check. I'll give you advantage.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Too bad it's not 2 nat 20s. That would have been cool as fuck. So,
That would
give me a brief description for the race, like what you want them to look like to an extent, and I will give you more detail for them.
Well, I dare say it's time to create the Centaurle.
Okay. So as you create the Centaurle, they're not as peaceful as you like. They're warmongering, but eventually you manage to calm them down to a point where they are strong creatures, but they take a lot of the area of the Winded Plains for themselves. The northern forest that leads to the sea is theirs, their sanctuary.
My subjects.
No, bad. Mine.
They also have very large dicks. 3 of them.
Of course. I
3?
did, huh?
Yeah, they got more than you, Via. How do you feel about that?
And it's not on the back like the centaurs would be. Actually, no, they have 1 on the back and then 2 on the front.
They're a better Okran than
That's
Okran.
so weird, but alright.
I'm fucking with you. They have 3 on the back, the horse back. No,
Okay.
just one. We're gonna be cool. 1. And they also
One in
have
the back, one in the front.
no. You also create the a small settlement of them in a forest away from others. They do worship you a little bit, but they also love to worship Moria,
Of
the
course.
goddess of
God
war.
damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Moria.
This is great.
Damn, you tell me, Eodis, you wouldn't fuck that. Tell me you wouldn't fuck that.
I would fuck that for a week straight.
I know, right?
What?
Looking goblins art.
Damn! I can understand why he was going for a week.
That's kind of like what she looks like, yeah, but she has more emerald green in her too. Anyways.
And probably even more thick.
No, that's perfect. Anyways, so as you create the Centaurle for the first 3 months, and any minor things you want to do for the first 3 months?
Yeah, actually, somewhat minor thing would be probably. I don't think I've really figured out much of what the life god is doing.
The one that you didn't
Quite curious
you weren't able to create? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm quite curious about that one.
The light goddess or the light life goddess, that's right.
Yeah.
As you go to seek her out, she eventually finds you. This beautiful woman of what does she look like? I don't know.
You want me? I can come up with something immediately on the spot if you
I'll
really
say
need me to.
I'll say a woman of divine light whose hair turns translucent and turns into the earth itself. Braided in different places. Valkyrie-like crown on the sides of her head. Completely naked at all times. descends to you to speak as you sit within the winded plains in a small gazebo you create. So, creator, or should I say, a creator, why do you want to speak with me?
Well,
It's good to meet you finally,
Well-
but
well, I know well enough about both Groba and hang on, I got the I think I literally just named the Earth one Terra. Give me a sec. Where is it? Should be right up here.
we're rating. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
I'm pretty sure it's Terra. We're gonna say it's Terra.
Okay.
Oh, it's Terrace. Well, oh no, it's Aqua's that's alive still. I killed Terrace.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
the
know.
Aaron ground ones.
Yeah. Well, I know a decent bit about Grilba and Terrace, or not Terrace, Aqua. Terrace is
Unfortunately, not alive.
yeah, not exactly. There's some interesting things going on.
The shards of
as
their
it turns
power
out.
exist. Their children have become existent because of this, but yes.
Yes, there are interesting parts about this. That being said, I never really spoke to you. I've even spoken to the Dark One. That one's interesting.
You didn't speak to the Dark One. The Dark One was the Void,
Oh,
the one that was
Void.
existent before the world. Yeah.
Spoke to a Void One. Haven't spoken to the Dark One either, though. I'll probably do that next.
Oh, let me tell you, he is very handsome. Though a little bit edgy.
Come now, he's a god of darkness. What? You can't tell me that there's
He could
a
calm
way
down
to
on my
be
power is so strong I can't control it. You know, that's kind of stupid.
Oh my god, he's one of those.
Yes, but he's got a big dick at least.
Some saving grace, then.
Yes. He pierced it though recently, and I'm like,
That just sounds painful.
I know, right? Anyways, what else do you want to know?
Hmm.
Do you want to know my
can't say I've
name?
seen- Oh yes, absolutely.
My name is Lytel.
Hang on, writing this down.
It's Light El. Lytel. I came to existence not but a few 100,000 years ago. I fought against the forces of darkness. Fell in love with that boy, but he's kind of weird. Anyways,
Those are the ones you don't expect.
yes, I keep balance between light and dark as well as he does.
Light and dark, life and death, good and evil, those kinds of things.
To an extent, holy, unholy, things like that too.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to make sure I understand the roles. I plan to create a few more. That way, no one's responsibilities stack up too high.
Don't worry, my dear creator. We have, well, you're not my creator, sorry. Dear creator, we can handle our responsibilities at the moment.
I will take my time coming with what to create that.
Yes.
Made a
Anyway,
brash decision. Didn't end quite as I had hoped, so I need to think about it a bit more, it seems.
tell
That
me
being said,
something.
it's quite.
How are you
Yes?
enjoying the world?
Oh, it's been developing quite nicely.
I
Give me some interesting.
Anything you want me to create while you're here or gone? I can create a woman that you'll be able to fall for if you want. I see how you've looked at that warrior girl.
That's right. I forget that some of you can see what I do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. She is beautiful.
Indeed.
I can create another version of her if you want.
We make the
Very,
booty cake real.
Oh my god.
I mean, like Oakwood is heavily considering it right now.
Ah, damn it.
It's a tempting offer. As tempting as it is, dwelling on the past is not a great idea. It's quite clear her choice.
I
And dwelling
can.
on it would only make my life worse.
I mean, it should not be her in specific.
True.
Creator, let me tell you something.
Yes.
You need to get fucked badly. I know that you're not a virgin, but how long has it been since you've gotten laid?
In terms of time here, probably few million years. Times of in terms of
Exactly.
well,
You
in
need to
terms
get
of my
laid.
world,
A few days.
I
Yes.
yes, in terms of my world, a few days.
Creator,
Yes.
I will get working on a female that you would like here, a mate for this world if you wish. I will be using what I know. Do you want me to make it look like that Moria girl or not? I can change how she looks. I can make it look like that goblin.
I don't need to of that goblin. I genuinely don't.
Then what kind of woman would you like?
Well, it's always been nice the idea of one that could, shall we say, handle my size.
Okay.
Someone kind yet firm, knows what they desire.
I mean what they look like, dear.
Appearance, yes.
They're going to basically be your mate. They'll be the opposite or what you want. I already have an idea of what you like. I just need to know what you want them to look like.
Never actually thought too much about that. Um, hmm.
Turtle?
Total. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
I apologize. I never put much thought into it. Never had a particular preference in terms of appearance.
Well, I have much to balance today and many to create. I'll have your wife done by the next 3 months.
Sounds fine by me.
And she ascends back to the heavens.
Out of character, I'm hoping this is not a mistake.
Anyways, what else do you want to do? This is still the 6 months. The first 6 months.
Yeah. Let's see. I've had a little fun creating. I've spoke to the light. I'll probably try to speak to the dark later. But first, let's get with the major thing here. Major thing, let's see. It's gonna take a bit of time to.
Gonna take some time to realize.
Oh, let's gift a few boons, shall we? Some of my stronger and more devoted clerics and paladins. Let's give them a few extra boons.
Okay. Like a boon of booty and shit like that?
No.
No, that's my blessing.
No,
See.
maybe. Hey, I'm the creator. I can create that booty big.
Okay. So,
That being said, yeah. I haven't fully thought through quite everything.
anything else you want to do for the 6 months of the last bit of the year?
Yes, actually.
You're just creating
first
shit?
of all, No.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to be going throughout and making notes of the different landscapes, probably modifying a few. Let's.
You know that like video of the guy who just like goes out and it's like uh the McDonald's employee somehow managing to fuck up your item order of 2 and he just like holds his hand out, destroys the world as he's floating forward, creative mode style. Yeah. Anyways. So
Modify a few things here and there. I do apologize. I'm trying to think. I got nothing off the top of my head right at this
okay,
moment.
you don't do
I'll have
anything then.
something. I'll have something more for you at a different time.
Okay. Moria,
I gotta think it through more.
Yeah.
what are you doing for the first 3 months? You go to Spear Town and collect your cleric and paladin, of course, but
Yeah, Titania and Ignorok. Look at them, I put them in NPCs I cooked.
Ignorok, the magma half-orc, the paladin chosen by Moria of Spear Town, and Titiana, a glass and metal elf cleric of Moria's, chosen in Spear Town as well.
Hell yeah. Alright, I got fucking plans. At level 7, I chose the spell for Simulacrum, so I'm gonna be creating some, and then we're gonna go create a school of magic, and I'm also gonna take the girl that fucking loves me with me.
The Kitsune?
Yeah, the Kitsune girl, I'm gonna take her with me.
What do you
She's
name her?
my ward. Alright!
There's another name? Damn.
No,
How
Wait,
badly was she
I thought she
treated?
was gonna be at the
no, not the
orphanage.
No, that's fuck. I was leaving it up to Moria, but that's Moria's. That's Moria's daughter, motherfucker.
Okay. I'll name her Kohana.
Kohana, okay.
Yeah.
She has
I'll,
reddish fur, kind of like kitsune ears and a tail. She actually has 2 kitsune tails, and she has red hair that's braided, and she wears whatever you give her. Just
Alright.
make her a cute girl.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. But we're gonna go out, me and my simulacrums with the girl, and we're gonna go spread my name and form a school of magic.
What kind of magic? Oh, a school of magic, not.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna create like an entire different school of magic. I mean,
That's
I'm
so
gonna
cool.
establish a magical university.
Okay,
Wait,
go ahead.
it would be so cool if she just created her own like separate form of magic.
So, you go out,
Warriocracy.
and I'd say this would take like 6 months. But
That's fine.
this will be the main thing that you're doing for over 6 months. You manage to create enough, gather enough warriors, and take over a small town a bit. And you become the mayor of the small town to an extent, the god of the small town, leaving your simulacrums and whatnot in charge, and they begin to merchant trade the shit out of it, creating a small university that then eventually grows and grows. Describe what the university looks like, if you don't mind.
All right, hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Damn, Gesh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook.
Now that I hear Moria say this, I thought of making like a training academy for like fighters for
Yeah,
Gesh, but
yeah,
nah,
well,
the
too bad,
orphanage,
motherfucker.
the orphanage was the big priority.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm finding some images.
Damn, V, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, just kind of brainstorming ideas for my cleric and paladin.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Okay. God, what would a fucking University of Magic look like?
That's.
Oh, wait.
You've seen what I've made my University of Magic in Martell. You seen what I've made it in? Oh no, you didn't. You guys didn't see it. No, Okra did in Tirok.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Is this? Okay, I'm gonna grab this image. It's a real life image. I don't really know how to describe it, but we're gonna try our best. And I'm gonna put it in general chat so you guys can help me if you need to.
Sure.
I'm gonna help you so much.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna be.
It's awful. I hate it.
Fuck you. I was looking for real universities to draw from.
What's this one called?
Uh.
Go ahead.
All right. I need to. Okay, give me a second. I didn't think I need to describe it. I thought it would just happen, but
Well, if you want me to describe it, I can describe it, but I would rather you have an idea what you want.
okay. It's going to be.
Open chat GPT. Describe a magical
No.
university.
No, fuck you. It's going to. Okay, where's my town? Is it like in the plains, or am I like
It's
taking
in the
over like
northern
an
area of the
ascending
plains.
mountain?
It's in the northern area of the plains, next to the forest where the turtle towers are.
All right, we're gonna build it kind of right next to there, and it's gonna be a massive palace-sized building. It's gonna be kind of like a pale cream color on the exterior. It's got many different wings of the building. Its roof is kind of slanted, but there are multiple like cone or cylindric shaped sections of the building. Many fanciful windows, all stained glass. There are the roof is kind of a uh tiled gray blue. There are some bell towers, but there's also a giant observatory on the leftmost side of the wing, and there's more underground, but you can't see that.
Yeah, that's the sex dungeon.
Yeah, this is so good.
All
Look
right.
at the images we were creating, Moria, for your thing.
I will say,
Thank you.
Moria, now make me a persuasion check to see how many people you get to come to the university.
Do I have advantage because I'm the goddess of beauty?
Yeah, sure. 100%.
Fuck yeah. Alright, let me check my new shit. That's a persuasion, which is a plus 12, and we're gonna guidance.
And I guess we also age ourselves up.
32.
No, not really. 32?
Yeah.
Okay. You do manage to get quite a few students in the first time, and each of your simulacrums is teaching a different school of magic, I assume, right?
Yeah, and I have one head simulacrum as like the principal.
Okay, and I will say this. Your simulacrums, are they fucking anybody?
No, I assume they're the same as me, where if they did something, the king would know. So
You're
no,
the
we're
only
all
one-
pretty
You're the only
fucking
one with the
loyal.
ring on, man.
Wait, when
Yeah,
she
but
makes the simulacrum, is it naked?
It is at first, but then she clothes it.
I will
okay.
clothe it immediately,
Yeah.
dude.
It's too late,
Well,
like,
if
the
You know,
second
this-
you
you
make
know,
it,
this just
Iris
appears,
plunge
just-
in. Yeah, I'm sniffing the feet.
if they're the same as me, you described after I fucked the king that I was like in love with him. If they're the
Yeah.
same, then they wouldn't do that.
Well, you can choose if it's exactly the same mentally, so you could make it evil.
My God, we're trying to tone
Chaotic
down the
evil
horn.
principle.
Yeah.
We're
So we'll
turning
say
down
we'll
the
say
horn.
you decide not to, but the simulacrums can if you want to in the future. Anyways,
Alright.
you're like, I didn't know my tits were this big.
Damn, I look great.
Why does this simulacrum have a nicer looking body than mine? Fuck you.
Fuck.
Burn.
Why her tits so fat?
Anyways, okay. So you have the simulacrums as the heads of the school.
Yeah. Spreading my goddamn influence. How did that pan out? Did my simulacrums that I sent out do anything for my reputation?
Yeah, you are now a fear-mongered creature.
Oh.
You gain your Mistress of War 2 is now up, or your Goddess of War 2 is now level 2.
I'm trying to be nice.
While on the shell, any creature that starts its turn within 120 feet of you that is not friendly or an ally of your choice comes under the fear effect.
Its turn that within 120 feet of me gains the frightened condition
if they are not an ally.
if they are not an ally.
Bro, that should be OP. I need to become a god.
Well, on the back, of course. This is still all in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still.
Okay. You also gain. I'd say by the end of the year, you'll gain the Goddess of Magic title.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Which is gonna be fun.
Alright.
Anyways, but anything else during those first 6 months? Any smaller kind of things?
We'll be storing spells in my domain.
Okay. Just mark what spells they are. Remember what they are. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I know. I'll do that in a second. I gotta
Wait, you
actually
open your
decide on the
domain?
spell. Oh no! Actually, it's a bad idea. I impose my will on the world. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I would have been so mad if we were ripped off of Okrin's back before I got my weapon.
Before you fucked your wife.
No. You're fine.
This is only 6 months in.
Oh god.
All right, and then
You're like
Alright,
about
and
to
then
enter her, and then you just. Fuck.
I of course take care of my darling ward, Kohana.
Yeah, I assume you also every so often just like sending message defecate to Ionis.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yes.
I
No.
don't want to give him prostate cancer again. I'm not doing it.
I have an army at my disposal. Don't think I won't use it.
Bro, the Lord Shitspire title is gonna be reintroduced soon.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so continue. You're taking care of Kohana.
Taking care of Kohana,
Mhm.
and then another lesser thing.
She begins
I'll
to call
be-
you mom after a bit of time.
Oh, I gotta take her with me.
Do you want to? Remember?
Wait,
I'll
God
say.
damn it.
You're like, oh, I gotta take her with me, and then you start to remember, like halfway through the year, like as this is happening, you're like, oh shit, that's right. I'm almost dying on the outside.
Yeah, that's true. I'll leave multiple simulacrums. I'll leave one caretaker simulacrum with an explicit order that if it's never use its 7th level spell slot, and if it believes it's going to die, cast a simulacrum spell.
Okay.
That's the caretaker one, and that will take over once I'm gone.
Sure.
But that's a different. I'll be doing that, of course, over the 6 months. But
Okay.
a lesser thing, I'll start recruiting more clerics and paladins, and any that prove like good to my criteria, which is to be a force of good, I'll offer them to become a vampire.
Wait. The fucking goddess of war is looking for people who want to do good.
Well, I didn't. The goddess of war, me. I'm not an evil person. I'm literally lawful good.
Bro, there's about to be a holy war against Iotis and Moria on your shell, Okrin.
No, there's not. I'm going to preach that I'm a fierce ally of Iotis.
Okrin. There's gonna be a holy war for the lake of restoration on your back.
Oh god.
No, stop
We're
that.
It's
all
gonna be
gonna interview
difficult.
with that.
Stop making my clerics and paladins evil.
Kohana's gonna be taken prisoner.
No, stop this.
Prisoner of war.
But I
Anyways, continue.
I am
First,
making
see
more
what I can
paladins and
do.
clerics, and any that prove to be my ideal force of good, with good morals and a strong sense of justice and ethics that won't become extreme, I'll offer to become a vampire.
I will say
No, not again.
I'll say Tidiana and Ignorok. Ignorok is no. Tidiana, yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Tidiana.
make an
You're
insight check on
vampire.
Tidiana.
Oh,
I
God.
will kill your vampires. I am
Stop
not
trying
letting
to
it
kill my
happen again.
vampires.
I'm not letting it happen again, you fuck.
Okrin, if you
Just
kill
don't
my
do
vampire,
it.
the head of my church, there will be a holy war.
You're a
That's
vampire?
not even-
Oh, sorry, man. Holy war.
Inside.
Insight, yeah.
I mean, I did never promise Gesh that I wasn't gonna do a holy crusade, so...
24.
Gesh would have
24.
made you promise it at some point.
No, you never got to do that!
Titiana seems that she could become unstable because of her search for magic and power, but she seems to be good aligned to an extent. But you're unsure, so I'll say even her, you don't.
Yeah. But I'll
Right.
recruit more.
Anyways, those are your first 6 months. Next 3 months before your character gives birth,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I will be attempting to converse with the dragon soul that I have in my common soul gem, and also Frostmaw, to try and build better relations. And if the dragon is kind, I will offer to cast True Resurrection on it. Or not True Resurrection, Resurrection.
So, resurrection still requires a body,
Oh shit.
but you can build one.
Oh, I should.
Frostmaw does not respond to any of your conversations.
You motherfucker.
However, the dragon looks to you, well, speaks to you. You usurper. Okay, I'll be nice. Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball indeed. Don't worry, darling. I'll make you a body. I'll just need the material.
How long do you think that'll take? And you stop talking.
Oh.
Hey, do you hear me? Respond, please.
Hold on, I'm having a contraction.
It's so lonely in this crystal.
I'll get you a friend.
So cute.
Anyways, anything major during those 3 months?
Okay. Major. Okay, I would. Well, I can't move much. I'm heavily pregnant at this point, so I kind of have to stay
your
in
belly
town.
is pregnant. Like when you see those like fat bitches because they're pregnant, that's why.
Yeah. I can't leave the town, I imagine.
You could try, but there will be checks.
I'm not gonna leave the town. I'm gonna stay in the town and start to develop it into a major city. But if it already hasn't.
It's not a major city yet. What is your town's name?
All right.
It's on the cusp of the Winded Plains, next to a forest that has the centaurals, as well as about a mile or so south of the ocean. It's miles away, like days away traveling. I'd say a week away travel from the what's it called? The point, the Redeemer's Point.
Yeah.
And then it is also miles away from. It's also about 3 days travel from what is it called? Arrowton, or Spearton, whatever it's fucking called. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
It's 3 days travel from Spearton, and then 7 day travel from Redeemer's Point. It's also about a year's travel from Iridescent City.
I will call it Lumine.
Lumine? Alright. There's
Yeah.
a lot of natural resources, but no real roads built to it, so I'll say over the year you're starting to build roads, trying to make a major city here. Lumine. The vibrant city of Lumine, stationed south of the... What would you call the forest, Okran?
Hmm?
What would you call the
What would you
forest
call
where
your
the
forest?
turtles are? Come on.
Fallendale.
South of the Fallendale Forest stands the luminous city of Luminos, home to the magical academy of...
Oh, right. I had the name. The Moria Institute of Magical Arts.
the home of Mimta. Mima. A prestigious college, raised by one of the gods of the world, and the goddess of magic, during her time where she spent a year on the world. Raised at the same time that the mountain, the marble steps, the lake of restoration, granted its blessing upon the world from the Redeemer, where the herald rose to prominence in Redeemer's Point, and where the Creator birthed new races upon the world. Anyways, so you tried to get it to become a more major trading hub and city for the magical town, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. How do you want to do that?
I'm going to look out to neighboring towns or kingdoms, offer good trade deals, start building roads, do a lot of city management. I imagine I'm not like the head. Well, I am. I actually conquered it. I'll do a lot of managerial kind of shit, and I'll reach out to the Centaurals, form an alliance with them if I
Oh,
can.
they will automatically form it because they see you as their god.
Awesome. Form an alliance with them, and then I will reach out to neighboring kingdoms and establish trade relations. I'll also look across the oceans if there is any, and establish major communication networks via of copious amount of sending stones.
Okay, that'll be the end of the year when you get that finished. But you begin to make your city into a major city before. Do you wish to give birth or have it last for longer? And do you want to give birth here in this world or do you want to give birth in the other world?
Gods. Okay.
I will say your daughter Kunahara, I believe it is, right?
Kohana.
Kohana is getting more and more excited as she keeps listening to your belly as you are getting closer to birthing.
God, I want her to be there, but I also.
She is happy to see her little siblings, is what she keeps saying.
Yeah, okay. Kohana's such a darling. Why? I don't want to do this. Okay, guys. Real talk. I don't want to appear back in this moment with Tatoosh heavily pregnant. Also, but alternatively, I don't want to bring two babies back with me.
What if he just takes your kids?
Exactly, that's the problem.
I will
we can't
say
just
I will
sit
say
here
you
and
have
wait
been
for the
talking with your group about this, so I will allow the four of you to discuss this.
Okay.
Y'all are in my town, in my private quarters.
We'll say like you're unable to move from bed at the moment because you're still not sure if you want to delay it, and you guys are discussing this in her room.
By the way, I have a thought of something else for another 3 months, I guess.
We'll get that, but this is the 9 month
All right.
moment.
Alright. So what do you plan on doing then? About the babies?
If I return to the world as is, I come into that moment where Ratush is about to kill us as a pregnant woman. A heavily pregnant woman, and my mobility will be reduced a lot. A lot of my actions will be reduced. However, I also don't want to bring with me two babies where Ratush could potentially kill them.
Well, first of all, if you give birth on my back, we have no idea of knowing if the children will come back with us. In theory, they should, because I'm going to take a wild swing in the dark here and say that you were pregnant with them before we came here.
Yes, I
Correct.
didn't fuck
Hopefully that
anyone
is
on
the
your
case.
shell.
Good. I
Oh.
don't need the King of Giraffe coming to kill me.
Perhaps I can inform Nielia of this, and she can take the kids off your hands and return them to her grove. And then once we are back atop the Starbreaker, she can return them to us.
I will say, as you start saying that, you start to think Nealia's having her hands filled with one child already.
Okay.
She's very stressed. But you could ask her; it is an option. But she's stressed with one.
It is an
That
option.
being
I
said,
would prefer not to have to burden her with this, however.
I will say this, Moria.
Hmm?
I have found that I can, in fact, do quite a bit here. So, if you so wish, I could perhaps create some. I could try to create a race that. No, that would be pointless. Never mind. I'm not sure.
All right,
The
Ogre.
point is, we don't know if we are going to, if they would remain here or not. That's the big issue. However, you are correct that showing up in battle heavily pregnant is a terrible idea.
Agreed. Can this is gonna sound awful. Can living things go inside your shell, Okran?
That in fact does sound awful. However, I understand where your point is coming from. The the I don't know if there's air in there.
When you identified it, by the way, if Moria recalls, it mentioned that it was the work of it's similar to a bag of holding, but it was the work of an outer god, specifically in Turam. You weren't able to identify it fully. Well, that was legend lore specifically, as well as some identify, but you didn't cast a high level identify at that point.
And we don't have Okran's shell here to identify.
You recall Okran.
We do.
You can use.
We're standing.
You can. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Never mind.
Anyways, what were you about to say? I recall something.
I will mention you guys recall that he was able to use the same ability where he was able to pull things out of his shell, just out of the air, while he's here.
Oh. Maybe you can identify the portal. It seems to be a gateway to his shell. Am I correct in assuming that, Okran? Creationist?
I have no idea.
Moria,
Shit.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Sorry.
God.
Sorry.
Do not just speak
Roll
my
one.
name.
Natural one.
How do you want a natural one?
Please
Jonas,
don't
what's
roll
your
an-
radius?
My radius should be about 10 feet.
What's your bonus?
Plus 9.
It was plus 21. At 27.
All right. You don't miscarriage or begin to enter labor, so you're fine.
Okay.
Large bits of stress like that are going to cause that. So casting
Yes.
too high of level of magic, there will be a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's
So
put it this
I will
way.
say this: you know in character that you cannot go into battle against Rotush like this either, pregnant, because heavy stress will cause that as well, which is what magic is. It's stressing your body.
First of all, speaking names here is iffy, especially mine.
You've also started to notice,
we-
at Okran, as you guys have started to speak Eotis or Moria as names, things have happened in the world too. Nothing too profound, but as you speak their names, they are starting to become more powerful words of power as well.
Oh shit.
Speaking our names here is risky, as being gods innately, our names carry power, especially when said by ourselves.
Alright. Looks like you were right.
My name too.
So it seems we should give ourselves monikers so we can refer to each other without accidentally dooming the world.
Iotis says, "I'll be Tidal."
I would not be Tidal.
You can call me by my male name. That shouldn't do the same thing.
Moros. I wait, see if anything
Well, that
happens.
seems,
Nope.
Alright.
well, that
let's see
seems
how it
to
works.
work.
You can either call me. Actually, you can just call me Io. A little feminine, but it'll do.
You like the name. You always wondered what kind of name you would have as a female.
Alright, Tayo. It's of the general consensus that I can't go to Rotush or go back like this in that moment with Rotush. That is very much clear.
Yes, that would be a terrible idea.
So the only con of giving birth here is that we don't know what will happen.
And if they do return with us, they will be in battle.
Yes, but
Which,
it's only
it's
two
not
additional
any better.
targets. It's only 2 additional targets, and I can cast the teleport spell.
That's
Does that
useful.
No, that's like never mind.
That's your
I'm
entire
gonna go
party.
forget it.
That's Okrin, Eotis, you, Gesh, the orc,
Yeah.
your 2 children. Okay, yeah, that's enough.
CJ's
That's
character?
7. It's up
And
to
CJ's
8
character.
willing creatures. CJ's character is the orc.
And if Midi's there, Midi.
Yeah. Though it's only a 10-foot radius, so
It-
he's not with
If-
us. He left.
If Moros over here casts teleportation and doesn't select her babies as creatures, did they just like drop in place?
If they're in her stomach, no. But if they are out, yes.
Okay.
Out of
I
character,
also
still attached to her
out of
through
character,
multiple-
I'll say, as you guys have slept every so often, you also have seen like scenes of Rotush's like echoes picking up their swords. You've seen scenes that are playing out at the moment that you have not seen. So like you see them move every so often. So you are still fighting Rotush even as this year has progressed. But it's only like slow animations, like when you make an animation movie and you like move the character like every inch.
Oh, it's like a stop motion type thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I will say
Wait,
you get the feeling
the-
after a year of time, if you wish to leave, it'll only have been at least a second outside.
Well, unfortunate as it may be,
Frankly,
I think you might have to take the risks in giving birth here.
indeed.
It'll give me 3 months to recover, and I should be fine then.
Gesh, do you want to insert anything in here?
Nope.
Well, either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Might be
It is.
a lose-lose situation either way, so it's your decision, Mario. You're the one who carries the risk.
Honestly, we probably should have left sooner to prevent this.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it can't be undone now.
No, it can't.
Is there a possibility? Oh, creationist. I almost said the name. That you can slow down the time when she does have birth to try and properly accumulate her children to the time outside. Acclimate, not accumulate.
I feel that if I do that, it might potentially start synchronizing the time here with the time out there. Because I've noticed, depending on how I focus, determines the speed of time here.
Hmm.
So I'm going to say no.
Unfortunate. Hmm. Maybe we should speak to one of your gods. See if they know of none. So they have seen much more in this world than we have. Maybe they would know something?
The most likely one would be Lytel, as her domains consist of mostly I believe, add a character goblin, just double check myself here. It's life,
light, good, holy.
gotcha. She has life, light, good, and holy as her domains. So it is entirely possible that she might know. I could try to get her here if you wish.
You don't know. Okay, you don't even know if there's a god of time in your world.
Ah, well, it seems I might have a god to create. Damn it. Actually, that might be a terrible idea.
That,
I could become the god of time.
I mean, you know more
As you
about this
think
stuff
that,
than we do.
Okrin, you suddenly see appearing in front of you an hourglass.
I think someone didn't like the fact that you were about to call yourself a time god. Or maybe they did.
Odd.
You like shake your head. You say odd. 2 more of them appear to make it odd number.
You should touch it.
Past, present, and future.
Indeed. The 3 states of time. That being said, seems like I need to be a bit more careful with my speech. I've been messing around with my powers a bit too much.
Okay, and you get the feeling, if you wanted to, you could create a deity of time, or you can just be the deity of time. Your choice. But
Yeah, I think I'll be the deity of time.
okay.
Time and creation.
It's a worrisome idea that the time can be controlled otherwise.
True. The clocks disappear. Anyways, so continue your speech here, Moria.
Yeah, get
Nice
on with it.
speech, yo.
Get on with it, you old hag.
Fuck you, Iotis. Or Io.
The sun grows brighter for but a second.
Mm. Kohana is also excited to see her little siblings, though I don't know if it'd be more cruel to have them here, only for me to take them back with me. Or not give her the chance to say hi.
If you leave her in this world, and the few minutes from the few minutes that go by in the preceding time, she will have disappeared. She will have died. Likely.
You guys know that Kitsune live a long time, at least in Turam.
Shit.
It's possible that she won't.
Then she will only live days.
After we escape Ratouche, I can attempt to synchronize the time a bit more, so that we don't have to worry about that as much, if you wish.
Out of character, you get the
But
feeling a minute outside would be about a year or so, depending on how much you not year, 60 years, depending on how much you focus.
Hmm.
Alternatively, I could just take Kohana with me.
Up to you.
That's an
You
interesting
would be
idea.
you would be bringing a child straight into a battlefield.
I'd be bringing two babies right into a battlefield anyways.
That's fair.
Hmm. I don't know what would happen if someone from my back left it.
We also don't know what someone from the outside world giving birth onto your back would do, Okrin. This is all new. If we never take the chance to try, it'll never be discovered.
I am simply warning you of the risk.
You do
I'll
know
be
one
taking
thing about
notes.
you do know one thing, Okrin. That sword was created on your back, and there was no ill effects of it being brought to Turam, at least. But that's an object. But it was created of you two dead gods. So you're unsure.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, it's possible that it could be alright.
It's going to have
So,
to be.
Moria, it is ultimately your decision. I believe it would be best to give birth here and try to bring all three back. There are risks, yes, but my sword was forged here and I was able to bring it out from there. Yes, it's an object. Yes, it was forged with deities. Does, however, mean that there is still the chance. And frankly, if I can have that chance, there's a lot more I can do.
I will not bring myself 9 months or more pregnant into battle with Rotouche. Prepare yourself, Okun. We're about to see something new.
Okay. So, as the 9 months come to an end, Moria, do you give birth here?
Yeah.
I would like a Constitution saving throw from you.
Alright. Hey, Yoda, since you're like my friend, can you be.
You did send someone to help me, so I would say, knowing that you're close to giving birth, as long as it's not like right at the same time.
It would be
Oh,
around the same time. That's why she sent someone.
Oh, I thought they did that at the beginning of the year. Like during the
Actually, no,
6
you're
months.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. No, I'm just
Okay. So yeah, I'd be there to help you.
okay. Before you make your Constitution saving throw, Okran, Gesh, or Eotis, who is helping her, or do you have another person help her, an actual doctor?
Probably best get an actual doctor.
Okay, so Mori, make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage and with Eotis's bonus.
+9.
Natural.
Oh,
ones.
babe. No,
If you
that's
get
a
a natural 1, this baby deserves it. Nah, I'm not saying that.
38.
38. You did not die during childbirth, birth,
Oh, thank God. Okay.
and your children come out healthy. One boy, one girl. The girl
Okay.
has whitish hair that seems to be, and some dragonoid-like scales popping out of some parts of her body. And the boy seems to have paler skin. You seem
Is
to
he a
have given
vampire?
birth to 2 Damthiers.
Oh.
And one of them has sorceric ability.
Aw, how sweet. They have your eyes.
They do not cry on birth, and they simply open their
Yeah, my
eyes.
babies
and
are
stare.
great.
And they see you watch as like the sorcerer one looks around and gets a little bit scared, but the male, Dampier, looks around. You can see he's investigating the room, even in his infant state. Out of character, in his infant state, he has a 2 intelligence. Gesh.
Oh my god. Guess she's about to get outsmarted fast.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, what's my intelligence? Shit, so am I.
Yeah, my babies.
Anyways, what do you name them?
Okay.
I think I know some good names. Arthur and Robin.
Oh yeah, that's a great name.
Oh yeah,
We have
really?
disembodied voice speaking to me.
You know what? Hold on. I was able to cast sending into this world. I'll be able to cast sending out to this world.
What are you doing?
I'll cast sending to Serectus because he's the dad.
Okay.
25 words only. Hey, dear. Situation happened. Pulled onto world shell. Year past here. That's 11. I was pregnant. Just gave birth. Daughter and son. Suggestion for names?
I think that's all you got.
That's 23. I have 2 more.
2 more? Okay.
Love you.
Roll a d100 and you need a 90 or above because technically time is still moving slow and he would only have a second to respawn in here at the same time.
Oh.
So,
Oh my god, does that mean when she casts sending to people on here, they have got to like spend half their lives deciphering it?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
She spends a minute and 60 years in time. It's like, my cleric.
Can I
20
do
years
it with
later.
advantage?
You wonder why the magma fucking warlock was like already in war when you were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Anyways, yeah, you could no.
No, it's my husband.
To be, yeah. If you don't die to
Alright.
Ratouche.
If all times, now would be the time to get a 100.
Yeah, 90.
You know you're gonna get a 1.
88. God fucking damn it! All right.
Anybody got DM's inspiration?
I don't
No,
think it
you
would
took them
matter.
all away.
Yeah, no.
Can I guidance?
Yeah, you-
Can I guidance?
Sure.
Come on. Come on.
2.
It's gonna be
One.
really funny.
1. Aw.
4 would have been so fun. The 1 would have been so funny.
You get the sense that he's received it, and let's see if he has. Yeah. You get 2 words. You choose.
All right. No comment about the fact that I give birth to our children. Fine.
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
Maybe
he probably has
did,
to say
but
it super. He probably has to say it super fast so you can actually get it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Get
Over.
the fuck out of here, Gash, if you need to go.
Damn.
All right. We need some good fucking names. I need some good. Royal names.
How about a name like Zarius?
God damn it! No. What do you guys think of the name Lucian or Gareth for the first
Oh.
name for the boy?
What
Oh,
about
okay.
Lucian and Senna?
No.
Fuck you.
Thaddeus.
Spyro and
No, do
Cinder.
not do that name.
Orion?
That's my actual older brother's name.
No.
Are you? Yeah.
Thaddeus, yes.
Spyro and Cinder.
You're gonna call Cinder
okay.
and both your child and the fucking dog are gonna come after you.
I have an idea. I have an idea on their names. You should call them. And he like stands up, noble and proud. One of them, the boy, shall be named Tadal, and the second shall be Wave.
No.
How about Luminos and
Lemira.
Luminosa,
Luminos and Irides?
iridescent.
I like Lemira.
Well, I hate it.
How about Aruge for one of them? Throw a curveball in there.
Uh-huh.
You can name the boy Eldrothin.
No, that's a gay name.
That is kind of gay.
How about Zai?
You.
You think Zai would be appreciative if I named a kid after
Oh,
him?
fuck yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You should name one Zai and another Bai.
No. You know what? Fuck it. I mean, like... You know, Zai is kind of a good name.
I know, that's why I gave the NPC that name.
That's right.
You could name it the Architect.
No, I'm not gonna name it the architect.
Just, this is my
Hi,
two
Nick.
sons, Zai. That's a nice name, good job. And the Architect. Welcome to WrestleMania, brother.
Oh my god. You should name one. You should name one of them Rotouche. Maybe he'll spare us after.
Hey, I was gonna say that.
You guys are...
I know we're great at making
How
up
about
names.
Saria? How about Saria?
I was gonna name the girl Thalia.
Thalia? What about
Yeah.
What about Mary?
Yeah.
She had a little lamb.
No, god damn it, Okran.
What about Serena or Sora?
Name her Sora.
You want me to name them after Sentinels?
Or you know what you could name her is Wintier.
After my bitch of a sister? Fuck
She
no.
has dragon scales and she has a frost-like coloration to her. How about Frosty?
How about a Fusel?
That could be your name.
How about Eotis?
Yeah, that's a good one.
No,
about
no.
Riza?
How about Geshiel?
What?
Oh my god, name her after Gesh.
No, I'm not gonna name any of my children after kids.
How about
Okran.
I'm not gonna name any of my children.
Morgiana? Oh, Othin.
Morgiana.
No.
What about Morgana?
Oh, wait. Ophelia for the
Ophelia.
girl.
Okay.
I hate it.
Ophelia
Okay.
and
Fast. No, I won't let
We're
you.
cooking.
As I take your kid and run away.
We're
Ophelia
cooking. We're
and who?
cooking.
Ophelia and who?
Fuck. Okay.
Morgan.
I'd still say Luminos. Morgan. Captain Morgan.
Good god. Captain Morgan.
What about
Captain's our first name.
what about Zai? Zai and Ophelia.
What about John?
What about
No.
Fred? Or Ferd?
No.
What about Bob?
No. Would it be
Well-
confusing to have two NPCs named Zai?
Not really. You could be like Zai and Zai.
Zai, this is business.
Just make sure
Don't
they
worry
get in
about
the same
Zai.
room.
I'll say, as you're thinking and everyone's like making a joke about the Zai name, you think, you know what you could do? You could leave them with Zai.
Oh my god, it's the perfect plan.
I know, right? I mean, no one else has
No.
done it before.
Alright. Yeah, no, dude, yeah. Zai
Just
would be
make
willing
sure
to
to
look
give
at. Yeah.
Just make sure to give the son a really cool gift and the daughter like a mid one.
Teach her lesson. Life
I want
doesn't come
my-
easy.
I want my children to be fucking awesome. Yeah. I'll go with.
Right. They're just gonna. Zai's just gonna be raising your kids, and then like 3 years later, like 13 years later, he's gonna be coming out of university. His friends are gonna come over, and they're gonna be like Zai, and then both are gonna turn around like, huh?
Huh?
Well.
What? It's either I'm debating between Zai or Gaius.
Gaius
I
sounds
like
so
Gaius.
gay though.
Fuck you.
Goblin, everything seems to sound gay to you. Come on now.
How about Gaius? It's better.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm not
perfect.
gonna name Gaius.
How about
No, you gotta name it gay ass.
No.
how about let's see. What's your last name?
Actually,
Silver Snow.
Silver Snow. What about how about
Thorn.
this is the boy, right?
Yeah, this is the boy. I already got Ophelia.
Okay. Boy, what about how about Zuko?
Zuko Silver
Yeah.
Snow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Zula.
If you make this actual IP goblin, you'd be sued if I did
I know,
Zuko.
I know, I know. How about how about
What about you, Kala?
Sareki? I don't fucking know.
His actual name is His actual name is Sarectus Jr. But he has the
Just
nickname
name him
Sarectus.
Moros.
No- I mean, I could. Or like
It would make sense because you are that vain.
That's true. It's either okay.
I still
Zai,
think
Moros.
Zai, Luminos, or Moros.
I'm a fan of Zai, Moros, Ronin, or Lysander.
Lysander.
Well, choose
And
one.
you can name the girl Lysandra.
Okay, guys, what's the most bullyable name out of all those? Because I can't choose that one.
Lysander.
Gaius.
Gaius.
Yes.
I didn't say Gaius. I said Ronin.
Yeah. Lysander is the most believable out of those.
All right, we're taking that
I
off.
could see Ronan. I could see Ronan.
Ronin as being the most bullyable or a good one?
It's bullyable.
All right.
Because like, what was your parent? Well, were your parents edgelords?
Anyways, so that's 2 off now.
Which leaves us with what?
Moria, what are your choices here?
Okay.
Ophelia and
Locking in Ophelia, and
okay.
and we'll lock in. It's good. I like Zai, so we'll go with Zai.
And it could be short for something else. If you want to be like Zylander or something, or Zycaster, whatever you want the long name to be, but whatever.
Silas.
Zy Slasher.
Zythar, Xylan, Xyler,
Xylophone.
Xylan.
Zakai.
Hey, it's the guy. Anyways, so Zai and Ophelia are born within the world in the city of Luminos, on the Shellback, in the Shell,
Yeah.
south of the not Timberfall, the Fall Oak or something like that.
The forest. What did you name the forest be?
I think it was
What
like
was
Fall
it
Oak or
again?
something. Oak Fall.
Was it Fallen Doe? I can't remember.
Fallen Dirt. I
Yeah.
should have written this down.
I think it was Fallen Oak.
No, it wasn't quite that dumb. I was close to it, but not that dumb.
Okay.
It was definitely Fallen Door.
Okay. Fallen Door, and south of the sea known as the Meridian Sea. Born a year after, 9 months into the Goddess Magic's year-long tirade. These two would be raised for the next 3 months. What are you doing for the next 3 months? And I assume you don't have a wet nurse, do you?
No, that's me, baby.
Okay.
I don't think a normal wet nurse would even work. They're both damn fierce.
Yeah, true. Your other daughter, fucking Kuatoa or whatever the fuck her name is,
Kohana.
Kohana.
I put it in NPCs.
Yeah. Kohana does enjoy playing with her siblings.
Yeah. Kohana. I'm gonna officially adopt Kohana. That's my daughter right
I will
there.
say, by the end of the month, Zai is already reading children's books.
Damn.
Hell yeah,
character,
that's my baby.
by the end of the first 3 months, when you guys go back, Zai has an intelligence of 6.
He's smarter than Gesh.
He's almost as smart as Gesh.
No, he'll be smarter than Gesh when he gets 6, because Gesh is 5.
Gesh is an 8. at
No,
the
he's
moment.
8 now. Yeah.
Oh, he got increased.
Gesh
Okay.
comes over, he's like, what's this mean? Zai's like,
And the
Ukapua.
baby. Yeah.
And Gesh is like, oh, I know this language. Ukapa.
By the way, Greater Restoration fixes any reduction to one of the target's ability scores. So I could probably heal Gesh.
No.
Even with
Oh,
the
yeah.
amount of holy,
No.
amount of holy power I've put into him.
No.
Oh, and
Wait, how
I
did you put the
remember.
holy power on him? Hmm?
He was
Hey,
bathing in my,
Sus.
the holy lake.
Sus.
Hey, guys, you
Oh,
know what else?
What, Moria?
You know what else?
Hmm.
You already know Goblin, but bathing or being dunked in that water with the greater restoration effect removed the modify memory from my because that's what it did.
Alright, so over the course of 3 months, what are you doing, Moria? As this will be the end of the month, and I will get to Eotis' sword.
I imagine taking care of the children would be the major thing.
And getting fit again, because you don't want to look pregnant.
Yeah, and fit again and whatever. And then
I just walked by. You been putting on weight?
I'll be
No, I'm.
disintegrate. I'm kidding.
You just
Dexter.
killed.
I'm kidding. I will
You die in the
be.
back, you die in real life.
I'll be
God.
prepping a lot more simulacrums for my eventual departure, so that the town and my influence won't be forgotten.
Okay. Sure. As those 3 months come to an end, you begin to head back to... Fuck, the Redeemer's Point.
Yeah,
Or the
and I'm
Redeemer's
taking
Rest, I
Kohana
believe
with
it
me.
is. Redeemer's Rest. You're taking Kohana too?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you not taking your children?
I am taking my children. What the fuck do you mean?
Okay.
Leave them in a grove somewhere.
Kohana, 2 children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is just enough to get to 8, by the way.
Are
Yep.
these?
I counted
considered
earlier.
demigods here?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You get the feeling Zai is a demigod or a god of some type. He is very sentient after 3 months. After 3 months, he has like a 6 intelligence already.
Yeah.
And he's actually able to speak pretty big words. Like, he knows xylophone at 3 months.
Even I don't know that word.
And he seems
That's my
to be...
fucking kid.
At 3 months, he seems to be, like, as you're, like, trying to get everything to leave, like, he's walking around and already studying lesser tomes of magic.
Yeah, that's my fucking kid
He's
right
just
there.
like, oh my god, is this kid isekai?
Roll an
Did you
insight
give birth
check.
to, like...
Roll an insight
Oh
check.
my- Wait a fucking second. Oh
I can give you
no.
the help action.
You're like, I've heard stories of being reincarnated. Let's see. You guys watch him for like a day?
21.
21. He doesn't seem to be isekai'd, but he does talk to a stranger that doesn't exist every so often.
Oh.
I'm gonna detect thoughts.
You detect thoughts, and there seems to be a voice from somewhere beyond. Zai is not the one affected by the frost moth, by the way. Who seems
I figured. I knew it was the daughter.
who seems
Oh,
to speak to him. But you can't tell who it is. I'll say, eventually when you put him down to sleep before the night you leave, you do cast Identify on him. And it seems to be the
Yeah,
work
sure.
of some sort of outer god.
Oh shit. Outer God to open or like outer God to our world?
What level Identify?
7th.
Yeah,
7?
he wants to stay safe with our kid.
Turam.
Outer God to Turam or a God of Turam?
Outer god of Turam.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Overlord.
Actually, no, not an outer god of Turam. Technically an outer god, but a god of Turam.
Just a very high day.
I'll say, make an Arcana check.
Alright. Guidance. What's my Arcana again?
I was fully convinced for a while this was a fucking
30.
isekai, dude.
It was a joke like that at first. I was like, nah. 30?
Yeah.
You recall this magical signature for one of the magic items you got from the Hag's Den. You assume that this influence is of Maka the Blue, goddess of
Yeah.
magic.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And I
This
will
is great.
say, every so often, like, as he's, like, practicing casting spells, because he's learned this by the end of fucking 3 months, he's, like, practicing casting a spell, his first one, and you can see, as he moves his fingers, there's this ethereal second hand of blue that has 7 fingers, as he casts a spell, and you see the firebolt goes out and breaks a statue. But he falls unconscious immediately, because he uses all his magic.
Zai, I'm so proud of you, but please practice with me. Zai,
He's
take it.
unconscious.
Yeah, he's a 3-month-old. He doesn't
Yeah, I
have much
know.
magic.
Yeah, I know. Zai, I would have put him to bed.
Meanwhile, your daughter is pretty fucking retarded. She's a kid.
Doesn't matter. I love her the same. Doesn't matter.
She's the
take
guest of the
different-
twins.
Anyways, you do, like, one night when you are sleeping, you see her eyes open and go, "The permafrost come." No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Just some
He just
random
starts
bullshit.
And she just starts an Everfreeze on fucking Elgrin's back. This entire world will be into the next ice age.
Yeah. Anyways, as you all eventually get back, Eotis, you see a few weapons put before you. Some of them are pretty nice. They're like +1 weapons. They're weapons that grant you more divine ability and increase your smite damage. But there's one that stands out to the rest of them. A great sword. Its handle is made of a beautiful grayish, pulled tight bark. Almost looking like the tree on Okrin's back where it pulls up its gray you see then it goes up to a handle of Eodian glass that seems to pull down like those leaves on your mountain. It seems to cover the hand as well. You see the pommel itself comes down to a fist holding water that pours out of it. And you can see that is just what the decor looks like, and it seems to be made out of gold. And the blade itself is platinum and silver. However, there are intricate celestial carvings alongside. And as you're going around, this is the only one that really catches your eye.
A beautiful sword. But beauty is not what makes a sword great. What sort
Then
of
you should test it then. And you see Titus come walking up as he slams his hand on the table. Took a year, but I've got the materials for this one.
You are Titus, the blacksmith, correct?
You divine blacksmith, yes.
I remember you.
I would hope you did. You made me a divine blacksmith.
I pick up the sword, and I get ready to...
As you pick it up, you see his eyes go wide, and you're like, what? And you, like, swing it around effortlessly as you're just, like, testing it out a second. He's like, I guess, damn. He, like, starts to write in a notebook. Continue.
Interesting. What did you make it specifically out of?
A few materials. I dug to the deepest pits of the mines, finding the most potent Eodian glass I could after the eruption of the spring down the mountains. I bathed those in the springs of restoration perfectly for a month straight. I then forged that into the beautiful handle you see. Additionally, the bark that exists on the handle comes not only from a tree, but the greatest, our world tree, from the iridescent city. I was granted permission after 3 months of begging to strip a small piece of bark from the world tree's, trunk. Additionally, the purest...
The prick sensation I felt.
The purest... You felt a prick in your, like, fucking balls or something. Careful, this will hurt. Cough. Additionally, I found the purest gold I could on the market in Luminos City. Forged that into the beautiful handle you see today. And you see the handle itself is carved with etchings of you in the sky and your allies fighting that one day as well. The blade of platinum and silver, I dug deep into the grounds of the fields themselves, finding what I could, and smithing it with my own blood, sweat, and tears over a vigorous 6 months of crafting. I had it done. However, the runes. I had a divine enchanter come from the iridescent city and enchant these runes, specifically for your use.
I see. This is incredible.
You start to swing it, and it moves effortlessly through the air.
I look over the there's like a crowd of people.
Yeah, there's a crowd of people looking at this sword. They're like, ooh. And you see, like, one person who's, like, holding his shoulder, like, rubbing it like he just tried to lift something heavy, looks at Titus and goes, how can he lift that? Fuck if I know.
They get it here. If there's
It's a great sword. I didn't think I could lift it either.
Yeah, you could see like where it was set. There is heavy stone placed under it. Other display pieces have like wooden pedestals and whatnot. This one has heavy stone underneath, and that stone is cracked from its weight.
I glance over the rest of the weapons. One other blade that is this blade's equal. And as I see nothing.
To its craft, there are some that look presentary a bit, and you go over to it and look at it. It doesn't seem like it would be exactly the same, and it seems a little bit less. But you do see a saber with silver and gold, a little bit of Eodian glass running upon the top of the blade, the curve of it. You do see a few etched runings of celestial build in it, a golden hilt for the saber, and that's really all.
I pick up the saber with one hand and the great sword in the other, and I'm going to hit the great sword with the saber to try and get one of them to shatter. So,
this burst of radiant energy bursts out in the sound of a bell. Hold on, I got this. The sound of a bell.
Damn it! I knew I was going to it as well.
Harkens the destruction of the saber weapon as it goes flying out of your hand. And you watch as the runes on both weapons did shine, but the great sword remains unbroken.
I kind of reveal myself to the crowd. Not reveal myself. Like,
hey guys, you want to see my cock?
This is the real holy sword. No.
All the women start fawning over you.
Oh my god. I've got a charisma score of 28. They better already be doing.
They are. You hear,
I swing my. Oh god.
I bet he got a big cock. You want to suck on it later? I don't think he would let us.
I swing my hand out and I take the great sword and I shove it into the sky. Hear me, the winner of this here competition, and I bring the great sword down onto Titus's shoulder as if knighting him.
Make a strength saving throw.
It's actually kill him.
It's a great sword, so it's still a little heavy, even to you.
You gotta plus whatever.
28.
28. You stop it just in time. You can see he's like very frightened. Continue.
The winner of this competition is Titus, the holy blacksmith. I hereby appoint him as the leader of any and I appoint him as my herald. His will is mine.
You hear the crowd,
Damn.
Titus, Titus, and you watch him stand up as well. He bows down on one knee as he goes, "My liege, I shall not disappoint you." And as he does, you can see that Eodian glass that's in his body starts to glow in your proximity.
Stand proud, Titus, for you are strong.
He stands strong and he pulls out a hammer and lifts it to the sky. As he does, it begins to glow as runes etch upon it.
I don't know if I do this because I might kill him if I do it. Never mind.
What do you want to do?
I wanted to cast Call Lightning on the hammer, but not him.
Sure, try it. Roll a spellcasting check.
I'm gonna kill him if I do it.
Spellcasting check, attack roll, basically.
I didn't want to do that.
Counter spell.
Can you counterspell it right before it hits him?
You can try, yeah.
I've got a plus 15 to hit with a.
Okay, so this is to hit the hammer specifically and miss him. It's a spell attack roll.
Okay.
If you don't hit him,
28.
It hits the hammer, and as it does, you look to counterspell, but you don't need it. As the hammer, the golden lightning starts to spread out, creating these gilded runes across the hammer, and it seems to burst into his body. You see him struck for a second, but you see him hold strong as the Eodian glass begins to charge, and you see his entire body explodes outwards, and you're like, uh-oh.
Oops.
And then you see, as the smoke clears, there stands before you a platinum dwarf with gilded runes of Eodian glass, or well, veins of Eodian glass, holding a hammer of similar nature. The crowd goes wild, and he looks to you. My liege,
Yes.
though I believe it may be a bit early, a fine weapon deserves a fine name. Whenever you decide the name of your sword, come to me and I shall christen it. And you see him go, bring out the Burghest. And you see...
I will name it.
Go ahead.
Good.
Well,
I will name it.
You haven't tested it yet.
I have not tested it. That's right.
So as you hear him say, bring out the beast, we'll say, you see this large boar of elemental colors. You see wind, earth, fire, and air all within it, and its tusks come out. It has multiple sets of tusks. As it stares at you, 30 feet tall, as it charges towards you. What do you do?
I take the great sword and I make a massive swing with it, like massive girth.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll. It would be a strength-based weapon, but you add 5 additional.
Okay, so my strength is a +3, +5, plus my proficiency. That should be a +13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh wait, the amulet of the golden sunburst adds a +1, so +14. That is a nat 20.
You slice this creature in half, and as you do, you all watch as this I'm gonna say roll damage. Go ahead and roll 6d12. Sorry, no, not 6d12. It's a great sword. Roll, it would be 10d6. Sorry. Plus,
Right.
That'll be the magical slashing. Plus,
Also gonna smite it for a single 5th level.
okay, so as you begin to smite it, you watch as the energy runes.
Or 3rd level, not 5th.
You watch as the runes glow with energy. So you're gonna add a smite to it.
Yep, one
Okay.
3rd level.
1/3 level. All right, that would be 4. So roll. How many runes do you want to expend?
I'm trying to figure out what this sword can do.
All.
It's full strength. All of them.
So that's gonna be 10. Roll 40d8 as well.
40d8. Okay, and then plus my improved
Wait,
divine smite is a
that might be
1d8.
wrong, but give me 1 second. Let's see. It's an extra amount. That's 4d8. No, it's an extra 10, so that would be 44d8. Sorry.
That's even better.
Mhm.
All right, and pretty sure that's everything. So that is 226, and then it's a nat 20.
You guys watch as a quick strike, Iota steps forward, and the boar disintegrates as the sky cuts in half, and you see the clouds part, and you can actually see above you, beyond the space, you could see the echoes bringing their swords down for but a brief second before the sky's clouds fill back in.
Oh, damn! A mighty blade indeed.
You hold the
Which
blade
will be
there, and
named-
it shimmers in your presence.
It will be named Torrent, Bringer of the End.
Over Titus comes, grabs the sword from you. You see him like drop to the ground. God damn it. Brings it onto a table. As he hits it with a hammer, golden runes spread all across the blade. And you see emblazoned upon it, Torrent, Bringer of the End. before it fades. It's yours now.
I take it from him. Thank you. I'll use it well.
I don't understand how you could fucking lift that.
I'm feeling really strong right now. That was a powerful attack.
Mm-hmm. As you take your blade, you all look towards each other. You're done here. You begin to release your domain, Okrin. As the swords come down once more, and that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh my